Yes, Phillies and Gentlecolts, it is happening! My Little Pony Generation 6 is officially in production. You may have heard about the recent leak of some G6 concept art that Hasbro very hilariously and accidentally released through a newsletter of all things. But what's amazing is that apparently they figured, well, the cat's out of the bag now, so why don't we just give people a ton of concept art? And so that's exactly what they did. So now we have a bunch of artwork to get through. So let's take a look, shall we? And for those who are wondering why this is already in production despite G5 still having more episodes in the works, keep in mind that we were getting leaks for Generation 5 way back in 2017, a couple years before G4 ended. So I'm honestly not that surprised. So G6 was officially announced to be in production by Hasbro along with several other shows. And so now several of the people who are working on the show have been given the go-ahead by Hasbro to release some of the concept art. Now keep in mind that this is all still very early in production and none of this is confirmed to make it into the final product. So our first image here is of some new character designs, and already it is very clear that they are taking a very different style than what they had in previous generations. If we take a look at the eyes on some of these ponies, they seem to have a star and or gem-shaped pupil. This is going to be a new version of the crystal ponies we saw in G4. They also have crystal horns, and where most MLP shows like to hide a little heart on the bottom of a pony's hoof, these ponies have hearts hidden in their ears. Keeping with the crystal theme, we were also given several pieces of concept art for a new location, the Enchanted Caverns. And after just taking one glance at these pictures, I want to live there so bad. Now the tweet never mentioned what these pictures were of exactly other than some of the locations within the Enchanted Caverns. But the file names for these images actually hold even more information. And the first one is simply called City, probably the dwelling place of many of the crystal ponies. This one is titled Palace Gate, this one is Crystal Cove, and this one is called The Heart. A reference to the Crystal Heart, perhaps? And then there's this gorgeous work of art. And I know that G3 fans are gonna get super excited for this one. Princess Minty Lazurite. Yes, Minty is coming to Generation 6, but as a unicorn princess. And with a name like Lazurite, I now have to wonder what other names we can expect to see from the Crystal Ponies. And if from this show, we are gonna learn a ton of unnecessary facts about geology. This is gonna be like every mod episode, but on steroids.
Boulder says they're all too stuck up.
We also have some images of another character, Gusty Winds, and the tweet mentioned that she is planned to be a wind elemental. So it looks like there's a good chance that this generation will have a hard element-based magic system, as opposed to previous gens that had much more soft magic systems and spells that could do pretty much anything the writer wanted. I personally love elemental magic systems, so I'm pretty excited to see how they utilize this. Also, can I just say, the artist did a great job with the character expressions here. We also have some other species of ponies we can expect to see in the show. Here we have what are called flutter ponies. Currently, the plan for these creatures is that they would be able to transform into sea ponies, similar to how the sea ponies from G4 transformed into hippogriffs. And now we come to our final location, which has some much rougher artwork that tells me that it's less likely to make it into the final product, but still totally possible and interesting to analyze. It appears to be a city and or factory of some kind. And if you look at the text here in the corner for each of these images, they read St. Gluis version 2 and version 6. Wait. St. Gluis? A factory? As in horse glue factory?
They take your hooves and then they grind them.
Did G6 just turn into a horror show? Hold on, are these clouds? Or is this smoke? Is this the home of the Pegasi? Oh gosh, it's the home of the Pegasi, isn't it? We're all thinking the same thing, aren't we? Also, if there's no upside-down horseshoe in place of the St. Louis Arch in this show, I am going to be supremely disappointed. Okay, so this is a lot of artwork to look at and theorize about, but before everybody goes nuts, there is one more thing I feel like I should mention about this. None of this is real! This artwork was made by Compute. She's awesome. Follow her in the description. Happy April 1st.